Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
Every day, species around the planet are going extinct. For each species that goes extinct, many more become and remain endangered due to habitat loss, poaching, and climate change. From rhinos and ancient turtles to big cats and weird-looking bats, these species are now few and far between in nature. In this video, we are going to show you some of the rarest and strange-looking animals in the world. Let's begin. The Sumatran rhino. The Sumatran rhino is one of the most endangered large animals in the world. By some estimates, there are only 30 of these magnificent creatures left. New research shows that they have survived at low population levels for more than 10,000 years, making them even more vulnerable to extinction than experts previously thought. The smallest of the 5 living rhino species, the Sumatran rhino's hide, is dark red-brown in color and covered with patches of short, dark, stiff hair. The hair helps keep mud caked to the body, which cools its skin and protects it from insects. The Sumatran rhino's 2 horns are considerably smaller than those of their African relatives, the black rhinos and the white rhinos. Though poaching is what caused their numbers to plummet, isolation is now the biggest threat that Sumatran rhinos face. Their numbers have decreased more than 70% in the last 20 years, and in 2019, they were declared extinct in the wild in Malaysia. An alliance has been launched to relocate their species to a safer environment where scientists can help them reproduce and increase their population. We just hope it works. Northern hairy-nosed wombat. We all love a comeback story, and this one will definitely bring a smile to your face. Bringing a species back from extinction is never easy. Typically, it takes long-term commitments, amounting to lifetimes of hard work by dedicated scientists, managers, and supporters. This animal is one of them. One of the world's rarest mammals, the northern hairy-nosed wombat is returning from the brink of extinction as its population has increased to 300. The animal is the largest of Australia's 3 wombat species. Females can weigh over 40 kilograms. Just 35 northern hairy-nosed wombats, once found across Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria, were counted in the early 1980s. But after decades of conservation work, researchers say that the population is finally growing at a steady rate. Northern bald ibis. Meet the rarest bird in the Middle East. With its black body and wide wings, the bird flying along Austria's Salzach Valley on a mild summer day looks at first glance a lot like a crow. But when it lands in a nearby meadow, it quickly becomes clear that this is a very different animal. The bird's iridescent feathers give it an almost magical appearance. Its long curved beak enables it to hunt for small animals, and its naked head with feathers that point straight into the air, mohawk style, makes it look like no other bird in Europe. These birds used to be in abundance back in the 16th century, but hunting and cooling climates are seen as a possible cause as to why the birds vanished in Europe around the time of the 30-Year War, which lasted from 1618 to 1648. After 400 years, the bird was found again. However, the bald ibis is classified as critically endangered, the highest threat category according to the IUCN criteria, with the only remaining wild colonies of 100 pairs in Morocco and 2 pairs in Syria. Vaquita. Meet the vaquita, the world's rarest marine animal. It's a cetacean, which is an order of animals that includes well-known sea animals like porpoises, dolphins, and whales. Since the vaquita was first discovered in 1958, its numbers have always been pretty low. Vaquitas are the smallest species of porpoises and easily get caught in gill nests used by illegal fishing operations. Also, vaquitas have such a small population because they are only found in one area of the world, the northern part of the Gulf of California. Additionally, there are no vaquitas in captivity, and there is currently no successful breeding program to help them bring their numbers back up. Vaquitas are only about 5 feet long when grown and are very close to extinction. How close? Well, according to a 2019 report, only about 10 of them remain in the wild, which is an 80% population decrease just in the last 5 years. Illegal fishing operations off the Gulf of Mexico are partly to blame. They are also likely experiencing declining populations due to climate change. Yangtze giant soft-shelled turtle. The Yangtze giant soft-shelled turtle is one of the most critically endangered species in the world. A male and female are in captivity in the Suzhou Zoo in China, and one wild turtle lives in a Vietnamese lake called Don Mo. The Vietnamese turtle is believed to be male, but because they are so elusive, determining its sex has been difficult. In February of 2016, a fourth turtle, believed to be nearly 100 years old, died in captivity in Vietnam, reducing the world population by a quarter. Yangtze softshell turtles, also called Red River turtles, are the largest freshwater turtles in the world. They can live for nearly a century and grow to be nearly 200 pounds. The weird structure of this turtle makes it one of the most fascinating creatures out there. While rebuilding an entire species from only 3 turtles is difficult, it's not impossible. Researchers from the Wildlife Conservation Society are searching for a wild Yangtze turtle that they believe to be tucked away deep in the Yunnan province. Megamouth shark. This is the type of shark you see on thumbnails of clickbait videos. The megamouth shark is the rarest and largest species, reaching weights of 2,700 pounds or 1,215 kilograms. However, it is the smallest of the 3 species of filter-feeding sharks, behind the whale shark and the basking shark. The megamouth shark gets its name from its remarkably large circular mouth. On an individual approximately 16 feet in length or 5 meters, the mouth is approximately 4 feet across, 1.3 meters. This species has only been observed in the wild a few times, and less than 60 individuals are known by scientists to ever been captured or observed. Megamouth sharks live from near the surface to as deep as 15,000 feet. Like many species with a deep-sea affinity, scientists believe that megamouth sharks only come near the surface at night and spend most of their lives in the dark. Florida panther. The Florida panther once ranged throughout the southeastern United States, but now survives in a tiny area of South Florida, representing just 5% of its former range. It was listed as an endangered species in 1967 because of habitat destruction and fragmentation through urban sprawl. Large numbers of panthers died as the expanding network of roads connecting Florida's rapidly growing human population spread throughout its range. As of 2011, there are only 100 to 120 panthers left. As the Florida coasts approach full build-out and have become unaffordable to most people, development has moved inland to the same places panthers retreated to as safe havens decades ago. Pygmy rabbit. Up next, we have the smallest known rabbit in the world. This cute rabbit is the most endangered species in the US, with only one confirmed population existing today in the Columbia Basin of Washington. Pygmy rabbits are typically brown to slate gray in color, with short white margined ears and a small tail with no white fur. Females are larger than males. Most Northern American rabbit species are known to use burrows abandoned by other species, such as woodchucks, prairie dogs, and skunks, but the pygmy rabbit is able to create its own burrowing system using deep, loose soil. Threats to the pygmy rabbit species include habitat loss due to agricultural development, predation, and disease. This species depends heavily on sagebrush, which has disappeared throughout much of its historic range. And unfortunately, pygmy rabbits are an important food source for some birds and mammal species in the area. The Oregon Zoo has established crossbreeding programs that attempt to preserve the genetic line of this species by breeding surviving females with the Idaho pygmy rabbit species. But to date, this program and similar breeding programs have been unsuccessful. All pygmy rabbits found in the state of Washington are legally protected. Cuban greater funnel-eared bats. If there are species out there that look like a Ben 10 character, it's this mammal. The Cuban greater funnel-eared bat is one of the world's rarest bats, as it is confined to a single cave in western Cuba and is in urgent need of conservation attention. The bat was in fact thought to be extinct until researchers rediscovered several individuals in a cave, locally known as Cueva La Barca, in 1992. Nearly 3 decades later, very little remains known about the species. Researchers were actually able to estimate their population by nail painting them. Today, 750 of these mammals remain. The Hainan gibbon. Most of the world's primate species are threatened with extinction, according to a disturbing new study. But the threat is more urgent and critical for some species than others. With a total population of only 25 individuals, the Hainan gibbon is not only the world's rarest ape, but also one of the world's rarest mammals. They weigh between 12.78 and 22.03 pounds, or 5.8 to 10 kilograms, and are 1.61 feet, or 49.16 centimeters tall. This beautiful primate is a victim of hunting and habitat loss, forcing its ever-dwindling numbers down to just 25. Gibbons are small apes found throughout Southeast Asia. They live in forests and are able to swing from tree to tree at incredible speeds. The only place you can spot one is in the Bawanli National Nature Reserve on China's Hainan Island. This is home to the last surviving population, which is restricted to a single spot within the forest. Southeast Asian animals are particularly vulnerable to these so-called anthropogenic pressures. The deforestation rate is the highest among the world's tropical regions, and alarmingly, it is predicted that up to 85% of the biodiversity is likely to disappear by 2100. That's it for today. Which of these animals did you like the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. This is Reese with 10B, and we hope you have a great day.